Welcome back to Guitar Channel, guitar fans. My name is Todd Taylor. Thank you for joining us again today. Now check this out. We have a very unique guitar in today, and this is an instrument that gets a lot of negative press for no good reason, in my opinion, other than cognitive dissonance, possibly, or something. We get so used to seeing some things one way, and then you see it done in a different way, and it's hard to accept sometimes. This guitar is exactly one of those guitars. Are you ready? Welcome our special guest. Reverse Flying V. Oh, I can hear the boos out there. Guys, I get it. This is not really very familiar at all, is it? Look at this damn thing. I bought this guitar in 2008 or 2009, somewhere in that ballpark, for $750. Brand new. Okay. These were made in 2007 as part of the Guitar of the Week thing that they had going on with Gibson. Every week in 2007, they put out a different guitar for 52 weeks. 52 different guitars, and this was one of them. So there were some really cool models. I played an SG one time as a dot neck with P90s, like an SG Special or something. I wish I bought it, because that was a really cool one. I'm really glad I bought this. They go for more than $750, and I still can't believe I bought it for that price, with a great case, with a plush interior. Now, if you don't know what an original Flying V is, I'm sure you've seen them. If you're here because you like guitars, you know exactly what a Flying V is. Okay, 1958 is when they came out, same year as the Explorer. There was the Moderne and the Futura, which were more concept instruments that they were considering. These designs were definitely a little bit ahead of their time. They didn't fly off the shelves, and they made very few of them because of that. So if you can find an original Flying V, you're in the money. If you can afford an original Flying V, then you're clearly in the money. You'll be out of your money. That's what happens. So somebody's decided they just flip it around and they call it the Reverse Flying V. I tell ya, that looks more like a V to me. I'm from Vancouver. This is one of our old jerseys when we were the Vancouver Millionaires. Just a big old V that said Vancouver in it. The other one actually looks more like a Flying Y to me, but you guys can fight about it in the comment section. Please do. No matter how you slice it, it's still just a guitar. It's an electric guitar that has pickups in it, and it sounds frickin' brilliant. That headstock there is the Moderne or the Futura headstock. I can't remember which one, but that was one of their concept ideas. So I think it's cool that they reintroduced that just to give it a whirl. In 2007, they made 400 of them. They flew off the shelves apparently, and they decided in 2008 that they were going to do another run of another 900. So that was 300 in the amber, which is this one, and 300 in white, and 300 in black. So I've seen a few white ones, I've seen one black one. I have yet to play an original one from the original run, which apparently had rosewood necks as opposed to ebony, which the rest of them had in the second run. They all had ebony necks. If you see the truss rod cover as being black, then you know you've discovered one of the original runs, okay? All of the rest of them beyond that in the second run were gold truss rod covers, okay? Ebony fretboard, like I say, jumbo frets, 6105s I think, pretty decent size, very playable for me. This guitar weighs less than 6 pounds. It's insane. I still marvel at it. I throw it to other people. They're like, what? It's so light. Okay. Another really cool feature is that the input jack is on the bottom of the guitar, which I think is a huge improvement. It would have looked pretty strange to have it coming off the top down here through something at the end or something like that. The original Flying Vs have it built into, right down there. Of course, it's down there, but right at the top, and they tend to receive a fair amount of pressure sometimes. You'll crack them out. Working on them is a little bit tricky too, I think. So that's just a hell of a bonus, in my opinion. Another interesting feature is there's only a volume control. That's it. No tone circuit at all, which is a very unique sound. It's clear, it's chimier, dare I say it, potentially more toneful. Also, another thing that we can discuss in the comments. That is not the original volume knob. That's just an old radio knob that is made of Bakelite that I thought was cool, and it feels right to me. So, you know, I'm just always messing around. So, 57 classics, low output pickups. I'm more of a Fender guy, but just playing this thing, it just had such a great voice. It really was totally blown away in the store, and obviously totally sold on the price for a Gibson. I knew I could flip it at some point to make a little bit of money, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hold on to this one because it's just too damn cool.
You know, that's less than $600 US.
That's less than $600 US, that's right. That's hilarious. Good math skills. See, these are the things we have to think about when we're Canadian. When does that translate into American? It's a drag, but it is what it is. There was some good times. Those days seem like they're over, but we can still cross our fingers, right, Ollie? Well, par, we want par, or par, as they say in the East Coast. What else? Everything else is just a Gibson. What else do you need to know? Nice little rounded heel there. I do like those type of rounded heels. Believe it or not, it actually leans against the wall pretty well. You would think it doesn't have a lot of ability to just kind of sit there without tipping over. It's just got to figure it out. It's super easy. It doesn't sit well in a guitar stand, but it does do well on hangers, okay? And as far as a sitting down guitar goes, it's one of the best. It puts it in perfect ergonomic. You see the way I have it down on the bottom of the frame here? Okay, just pretend those are your knees. This is the way it looks. It's the way you play it. You can, you know, lift one knee a little bit higher and put it into a bit of a different sort of perspective. It's such an easy instrument to play sitting down. Okay, very, very comfortable. The other one, the Flying V, you have to like put it between your legs and kind of wedge it and then tilt it up this way. This is one of the shortcomings, is that, I wouldn't call it a shortcoming, it just makes you think a little different about how you're approaching your instrument. It goes straight across. It tends to have this thing going on, which ain't so bad. You just have to adjust to it. One of the best things about this instrument, I just totally think it's brilliant. I can keep my elbow tucked in the entire time I play it, okay? And I can do fingerstyle. It puts you right here. You can rest your wrist on the edge of the instrument, almost like a Steinberger. Ugh, did I just say that in the same discussion as a Gibson Reverse V? Well, most people don't like the Steinbergers either, but they're comfortable to play. I mean, what was the one that Johnny Winter used? The Laser. A little bit bigger, it's the same idea. Comfortable, light, comfortable to play, and sounds pretty cool. I mean, what else do you need, really? So putting your hand here while you're doing finger picking, it puts you in a really nice place. And also when I use my thumb, I can actually rest my fingers down here as like a brace or anywhere down here, and it just feels like I can dig in. All right? Extremely comfortable instrument. Oh, of course, yeah, Albert King here. I just changed the key. Yeah. Access up here, not ideal. You can't totally get up there to reach all of the higher notes. Once again, it's just one of those trade-offs. You just accept that you have a unique instrument, much like a 12 fretter acoustic guitar. Love 12 fretters, where the body meets the 12th fret, often are a slot head instrument as well. You accept the fact that you don't have any coverage up here, so you just adjust your playing accordingly. It's not really a big deal in my opinion. I mean, I like going up there too, but I can still get up there to all of the things except for the last couple of notes aren't super comfortable. Not an issue, let's be honest. The gold cloisons, those are typical. They're just gold, green tulips. And surprisingly, it stays in tune very well. This headstock where the strings go off at an angle, like a V. V. It's a true V. That's what this is. This is the true V. The other one is a flying Y. Anyway, we could fight all day about it. I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance to pick one of these things up and give it a shot, I really encourage you to check them out. If you did buy one, I can imagine they'd probably increase over the years. The fellow from REO Speedwagon apparently has a few of them. I watched one of his videos of his guitar collection there, and he said the same damn thing. This is a professional guitar player who's been playing for years. He's collected all kinds of instruments, Gibson specifically. It appears with Mark Ignacy, I think that's the name. Is that right? Mark Ignacy? Yeah, he was the Gibson guy. He worked for Norm's Guitars in Hollywood for all those years. And REO Speedwagon, what's the guitar player from REO Speedwagon, you know? Yeah, I feel like I'm on the Joe Rogan show. I have to ask my Billy, my assistant, whatever his name is. It's funny. Yeah, so in his vault, he's going through Les Pauls. Here's a guy that's played all these instruments. He thinks these things sound great. I agree with him entirely. They sound really good. They are clear. They're really, really articulate sounding. I think it has a lot to do with the ebony fretboard, which you find in customs, like Les Paul Customs have ebony boards. And they do a thing that rosewood doesn't do and a thing that a maple doesn't do. In fact, I think it's more closely related to maple in the sparkle and the definition, the clarity that you get from maple notes, or the notes on a maple neck, is much clearer. It's just more clarity. It's not as warm and round, but I think this is kind of almost a happy medium when you're getting into ebony. Pau Ferro, I think it might be very similar to that. I think it's a bit of a harder wood than rosewood, but I could be talking right out of my What else you need to know? I've never looked inside. I don't know what happened to this. Kind of a fault, in my opinion, like when you're playing a flying V, I find that where the peg or the strap lock or your strap holder, the strap button, that's what it's called, where the strap button is on those is kind of in a precarious place. I'm always nervous about it when I have my strap connected to it and I'm on stage and stuff like that, so I will always put strap locks on my flying V. I have a flying V as well. It's actually an Epiphone. And I looked high and low for a decent one. It took me a long time, and I found one that I love. We should actually put them side by side and have them rock out, at least to look at them. They're just really cool instruments. They draw a lot of attention. This one specifically, whenever I bring it out, there's at least 5 people that want to talk about it over the course of the breaks when I'm on the intermissions. And they'll come up and go, what? They'll look at it and go, what the fuck is that? Okay, so I just took the ferry boat over here, the BC ferries from Vancouver Island to the mainland. And I was warming up because I knew I was going to be doing a video today. And I wanted to get reacquainted with it because I hadn't really played it for a while. And I had it out and I was kind of tucked over in the corner on my own. And in short order, I had 4 different fellas and all of us were together talking about this guitar. It is a serious talking point for good reason. It's an anomaly, super rare. So So there's apparently only 1,300 of them in the world. I think it'd be cool if they actually did a few more runs of them. Why not? But then maybe the value would go down. The original one, I think, gets the most money for them. These ones are just the same. They are going for really good dough here, I think. About $3,000 even US. So I'm glad I made the investment, and I'm not talking money. I'm glad I made the investment because this is an inspiring instrument. It sounds really good. I'm more of a Fender guy. So many of my heroes play Les Pauls and Flying V's, Albert, of course, and 335s. And I mean, they all have their really cool thing they do. And this is no different. Don't be fooled. It looks a bit unusual, which it is. So is the Flying V. They're totally weird. They're pointy, this kind of stuff. Now, also, another cool thing, which I haven't talked about yet, is when you're sitting down, you can put your ear to this while you're sitting at home. And it's amazing how loud it is. It's like an instant speaker to your ear. Do you ever suction cup your ear to your guitar? It's amazing what goes on in it. Goddamn piano benches. Anyway, thumbs up. I think this is a serious victory. Okay, that's what the V stands for. Ollie's over there laughing his face off. Check them out if you ever get a chance. If you don't like them, I don't care. All the power to you guys. I totally understand. They're hard to embrace. There is a camp of people, and I'm in the camp of people that really love this instrument. Totally accept it, and I think it was a bold move on Gibson's part before they started to tank into some delirium or whatever was going on during the robotic years. Anyway, by the way, Gibson, in my opinion, has actually recovered quite a bit. A lot of their instruments they're putting out right now are really good. You know, they're getting back to basics. So thumbs up to Gibson. Gibson, if you're listening, send us some stuff. We'd like to demo it. I'd like to try stuff out. And I'd like a black one too. I think black and gold would look pretty sweet. Anyway, take care everybody. Thanks for listening. We're going to get on some of the demo of the Flying V Reborn. Okay, now we'll do just a quick demo sitting down and playing. I mean, how cool is that? How cool is that? Sits perfectly.